Hey guys, we're back. Alright, well, real quick, we thought we would discuss with you, real quick, the tools. And there are literally bare minimal required in making log furniture. I don't care if it's beds, chairs, coffee table, end tables, whatever. Okay, there's not a lot of stuff here. We'll go over the quick ones. Okay, the 3 or 4 primary things you have to have in order to do this is you have to have a tenon cutter, some type of hole saw, whether it's a spade bit, a Forstner bit. What we have here is a big Milwaukee self-feed, 2-inch. I like Milwaukee. I think their products speak for themselves, so we don't have to go off on that tangent. But this is a good, heavy-duty bit. It's got a starting screw so that when this thing grabs hold, it's going to rip you a nice hole quick, okay? This is the 2-inch, okay? It goes with this 2-inch tenon. Now, people will ask you, what is a tenon cutter? In my opinion, a tenon cutter is nothing more than a glorified pencil sharpener, which is rather expensive, okay? Now these are your tenons, okay, and that's basically what they look like, is a gigantic pencil sharpener. This is a 1.5. The one that you see on the drill here is a 2-inch. 2 inches is probably the most common that you'll use. This is for beds, tables, things of that nature. This is the big boy. If they make them bigger than this, I'm not sure. I've never had any use for anything bigger than a 2, like I said. 1.5 and the 2, you can make, personally I think, about 90% of all your stuff with a 1.5 and a 2-inch tenon, okay? Cost on these, you can get into a starter set with this right here. Maybe not this exact boring bit, but you can get in with some type of a hole bit and a tenon and a little instructional booklet for, say, $100. I don't know the quality of your tenon. Okay, these are aluminum alloyed tenons. I bought these out of Lee Valley. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I happen to really like doing business with Lee Valley Tools, LeeValleyTools.com. They're out of Canada. They have a nice level. Maybe a little hard to see, but they have a level in here. To swap out their cutters is very easy. It's just a flathead screw, and you can put in a new cutter. You know, really quick and easy. I am running this on a Milwaukee T-handled. This is a 1/2-inch chuck. They make one bigger than this with a 3/4-inch chuck, and then the cost of the drill is 3 to 4 times what this one is. But this drill is probably about 130, 150. I'm not sure, maybe a little less. All right. A handsaw. Obviously, you're going to need to cut your stuff down. You can use a power saw. I'm thinking of your pockets, though. You can very easily make furniture with this hole boring bit, 1 tenon in your drill. These 4 items, and you're on your way to make log furniture. Okay. Well, some of the other things that we use up here. All right. And just so you also see, I brought a log in. Basically, you would start out with whether you go and forage your own logs, we'll get to that in a second, or you buy stock, such as I did. You start out with a flat, you run your tenon over it, and pow. This is set for a 2-inch. Your bit will drill the hole. That fits in. Hey, you're making furniture, okay? Some of the other things that we use up here, though, is I may get hung up on a little spot. Maybe the end of my tenon, I didn't drill my hole for it in just the right location. Well, I can always take my chisel and I can knock a little piece off my tenon if I have to, off my tenon end. Maybe my hole needs to be tweaked just a little bit. Hammer and chisel comes in handy. Now, a tape measure is self-explanatory. Most everybody has one of these in their toolbox. Okay. Yes, a dead blow hammer. Sounds like a maraca. What's in here is it's a plastic hammer with a bunch of small lead or brass balls in it, little BBs, if you would. And it does. It sounds like a maraca. But what happens is when you hit the side of your log, you know, say you've got a couple rails, you can you can drive your log in with the dead blow, and you don't have to worry about marring the face of it, say with a metal hammer. So a rubber mallet, dead blow hammer, very useful, okay? Now let's say, for this case, you'll probably see it in an assembly photo. When the headboard goes together with the two sides, well, what we do is, once it's assembled and it's glued, we'll end up putting a ratchet strap. This is a cargo strap you'd use on your trailer to maybe ratchet down an ATV, a snowmobile, your lawn tractor, whatever. It'll go all the way around. It'll attach to itself. We'll crank it tight. We'll leave it overnight. You can get these, I think, at any auto parts store, Wally World, Home Improvement Center. Okay? A metal brush. If you get any loose, nasty stuff on your logs, you can give them a quick wire brush. Alright? And if you're going to use fasteners, in my case we do. We have the holes pre-drilled on the logs because we actually bought cedar fence posts like we told you. We'll go on the back side of that hole and we'll drill a small enough hole to where we can send a good, these are 50 glasses, yeah? Okay, these are 6 inches. And what we do is we'll take these and we'll put them through the back side. We'll end up catching our tenon inside the log. And then what you can do is on the outside, whatever hole you bored, you can cut a little wooden plug and just pound it in lightly. You want to be able to pull it back out if you ever go to move and you've got to disassemble your bed. If we use the hardware like this, we tend not to opt for the glue. If we do use the glue, well, it depends. It depends on how things go together, okay? Lastly, I will discuss a draw knife. Now, I don't have a draw knife here, okay, but what a draw knife is, it's a two-handled item. It's got a long blade, and let's say you went out and you foraged your own stock. You wanted to go out and get your logs. Now, we talked about it. I personally don't. I don't like waiting for all this stuff to dry. I can go out and I can get fence posts, whether they're cedar, pine, spruce, and I can pick them up there. They're already kiln dried, the holes are in them for the most part, everything works out fine. But if you're going to use a draw knife, and I don't have one here, you'd somehow put your log up on a couple sawhorses. You could use your ratchet strap maybe to hold it down so it wouldn't move on you. Some guys build custom sleds that can hold their logs. The draw knife would basically be used to strip the outer bark off of that green log. Like I said, we don't do it. I buy my stock. For the amount of money out of pocket, I mean, to me it kind of balances out. But not a lot of tools, not a lot of things required to do this. Okay. Northern Tool Supply, any of your major home improvement centers will sell your tenons. Lee Valley Tool, I would definitely recommend them. I love those guys. Nice thing with Lee Valley is they also sell a lot of old school tools built on today's new technology and materials. Beautiful hand saws and really nice planes. But they do sell these tenons there. These are really lightweight. They're a nice aluminum alloy. Heavy duty though. Nice stuff. I think that'll probably about do it. If you guys obviously have any questions, this video will continue with the next part. We're going to also get everything together and we'll do pictures and stills as far as the assembly and how things go together step by step. Please check out our last video we just released. It's how to do the big scenic engravings in the center of the headboards or the footboards. We offered you guys up a pile, I think well over 2 dozen. Free graphics, fully programmed, all set up in CAD, ready for you to go and download and watch my video, put this stuff together and start building yourself some really beautiful log furniture, okay? Well, hey, from all of us, which is me, you guys stay tuned and hey, we'll be right back, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. Alrighty, we'll be right back.